I didn't really like her. One, because
Right.
she was at least double my height, John. Just double minimum.
Swear.
She was tall. Till this day, I think she's probably still tall, but she was tall, John. So cool. But I know she's John. I say jump, she says how high. So I was like, said
Swear.
it was on its own.
Alright, calm. Should be smooth now. You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, you know me. All good.
Yeah, fam. What are you saying?
Say no more. Say no more. We're back, fam. We're back. Back in the whip. Back
What's
in
wrong?
the
Is it a
whip.
bit cold? Is it a bit colder today, fam? Or is it me?
Uh, it's a bit blustery, as they would describe it. It's a bit
The
blustery.
guy's a blustery. Simple,
No,
simple,
you
simple.
you know that was there on the
Do you know what that
news.
reminded me of, fam? You know that geography teacher that we had? What was that? I'm not going to say her name, shit, but I think it's of L in it. And she said one time that she was going to be a weather person. Do you remember that? I don't know if you remember.
Is this the teacher where we watched
It rhymes with beach. It rhymes
Hosier?
with beach. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It rhymes with
Yeah, yeah,
beach.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
there was one time we did like weather. We learned about like weather reports on one-off lesson where they
Yeah,
didn't have
yeah,
nothing
yeah,
to do.
word,
And she was like,
word.
to be fair, I was actually gonna do a weather report. Yeah, she was gonna do
Yeah,
that, but
word.
she decided to
Oh,
be a
of
geography
course you were.
teacher.
Of course you were.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well,
I think she tried to spin it off. She was like, "Well, I wanted to be a teacher that badly, so I thought, nah, I don't."
100.
I was like, "Okay, miss. Yeah, okay,
That
cool."
word.
Now
Good
we
memories, fam. Good
good
memories.
memories. Good memories, man. What's it? Nah, even see, that's one of those things. Like, I look at lessons like that, yeah, like geography.
Mm.
I've not used it again, John. That was used once in my life, and it's never been used since.
Now word. I
Certain
can't
skills.
lie. I think they should make a separate. There should be a separate subject, geography, and then one of them is just like map knowledge of the world, bro. Like
Yeah,
map
word.
knowledge of the world, fair enough. Like you might
Fair
use
enough.
that here and there, but
I hear
that's
it.
not like the geography longness that we'll learn about sedimentary rocks and that, fam.
Nah, word,
Like
word. That even ended up linking up with what's it? With chemistry in that.
simple.
Which I was actually mad because I was actually chatting to my parents about it the other day because we are chatting about how me and my brother we're very polar opposites when it comes to subjects. So like
Mm,
he's all on the science, math side. I'm all on the
yeah,
English, reasoning sides. What's it? Basically, I'm on the side that you can just chat waff, chat
100,
absolute wass. But
100.
we were saying the difference between the two, and then we're also talking about how, for me personally, I don't know if it's for you, I've
Mm,
only succeeded in those sort of subjects when like I've had a teacher that actually cared, like genuinely cared about like me understanding what's going on.
mm.
And what's it? It was funny because I was chatting to my brother about our chemistry teacher. You know our chemistry
Nah,
teacher,
he
yeah.
was actually nah. He was a controversial don there, but at the same time, he was cold,
Controversial.
innit? He was cold.
He was cold. He was cold. But so what I found funny was I remember there was a point when in our class, if you actually look at the average, like the average marks everyone was on job in our class. So everyone was getting like I think our
True,
average must have been at least like an A because his philosophy was like reward incentive in it. So he was like, okay, cool,
true.
you lot, if you get your target grade, I'll give you a chocolate. So it's like
Do you
an
remember when Donny
incentive.
said he'll get us KFC or something like that if our average is like an A or
Yes,
something like that, bro?
yes,
Donny
yes.
actually planned it, you know.
He pulled through. He pulled through.
No word,
He
word.
actually pulled through, which is actually smart that he done that. He's like reward incentive.
True.
Like he wanted everyone to get on the same level. But then I
Yeah.
noticed that people that were smart in our class didn't actually rate him. I just wonder why did you not rate him? And I spoke to my brother, and he said he had him as a teacher as well, and he said he didn't rate
Oh,
him.
swear.
Yeah, he said he didn't rate him too much because he had him in A level, and I understood why. It all made sense and it all came together because I realized when he used to teach these lessons, the reason why people like me understood it was because he broke it down to the simplest of simplest levels, where it's
Mm,
like it's so difficult for you to actually not understand what he's saying
yeah.
that it all just makes sense somehow. Do you get what I'm saying? So he would explain it to me as the average layman, to say you don't know anything. I'm going to explain it from start to finish. Cool, but for
Word.
the smart dons, this is needless delay. What like I knew this already. So for my brother, he was like, "Oh, it used to be when he used to have these lessons. He felt like, bro, I get this already. Like I get it."
No
But
word.
from his point of view, it's like let's get everyone at least a minimum of an A, and we'll calm. We'll calm.
No,
So
true. And to be fair, that's
I'm
even smart. If you think about it, like from his perspective, obviously I don't know what the incentives are as a teacher, yeah? But
mm,
it's even better for you to just have a better higher average
yeah,
than
word.
like some
Then
people that are
like have
cold and then some people that are dead. So let's just get everyone up. Then he looks
yeah,
cold as a
word.
teacher, innit? That's why he's still there, bro. That's why he still has a
Word.
job. Because that's what he needs to do. He doesn't really care about people exceeding, bro. He just needs everyone to be a decent level.
We're at a
But
decent level.
it's even
And
nuts. Sean, do you reckon you could ever be a teacher? And if so, what apart from PE, what
Yeah,
subject?
you do exactly.
Yeah. Apart from PE, what subject do you reckon you do?
Uh, ooh, I don't know. That's a tough one, you know. What teacher would? Are we talking about what? Are we in? Actually, I'll ask the question after. Hang on. Let me think. I could probably teach. It's not really a teach though, is it? I don't know if it even counts. No school does it. But if I could teach food tech, I teach these like how to cook. Nah, John, it's essential, man. It's
Nah, I hear it still.
essential.
I do hear it
It's
still.
essential because I think once I've gone to uni and I've seen the struggle, like the genuine struggle people have with just cooking decent food. Just
Yeah.
there's like as humans we just need food to stay alive, but
Mm.
it's not. Oh, come on, man. But sometimes I watch certain people cook and I'm thinking, is that it? Like, is that
Nah, I
you're
hear
gonna
it still.
munch this and go to bed and you're content, like genuinely content. Like for me, I think I love food too much that there was nowhere enough I was never going to be a good cook. Do you get what I'm saying?
When did you
Like,
properly learn to cook though?
I think it was when I was younger. My dad used to like make me just like, oh, come in the kitchen. He was like, you chop
Right,
the onions. He said, you're gonna chop the all
right.
these like medial jobs. I was like, bruv. He
Yeah.
said, come chop the onions. I'm gonna chop the garlic. But obviously, without me even realizing, unintentionally, I ended up like watching him cook, picking up a few things there. I never actually made any meals myself. So by the
Right.
time I went to uni now, it wasn't even a case of I had lessons. I just was like, I've seen it
You just
before.
know
Do you
in
get
it.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you just know.
Yeah,
So,
I
to be
know.
fair, kind of same with me in it. Kind of same with
Yeah.
me in it, where it's just like, to be fair, I'd cooked here and there,
Mm.
but I can't lie. For me, cooking is just so long. Like I'll do it. Like obviously, sure we even patterned some munches, bro.
We
We patterned
patterned
some
some
munches.
lunches.
Yeah,
Do
we
you remember
patterned
that?
some.
Do you remember that time, John, where I think it must have been early AMs? I don't know what time it was. It must have been like, I'm thinking like maybe it was. I don't know, it was early. It was must have been like 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah, man.
And I remember we were on the phone. What's it? I was like, I think I had no. You had the fajita kit. I had the chicken.
Yeah,
And she was
yeah.
like, should we pack a munch? So I remember I bopped all the way, buses weren't running at this point. So I bopped
What?
all the way to yours. I think it must have been a good 20-minute walk. And we made fajitas at like 2 in the morning. I was like, what? But, oh,
Nah,
John.
man.
It was cold. It was cold. It was
Nah,
a
mems.
munch.
Nah, to be fair, that's even good memes. It's
Good
good
memories,
memories,
man.
bro.
Good memories.
That's even what life's about. But no,
Nah,
to be fair,
for
the
real.
cooking thing, it's interesting, because it's nuts how some people actually love. I find it interesting that some people love cooking, bro.
Mm,
As in, they love it. Which
mm, mm, mm.
I rate it a lot, to be honest. But I'm just like, for me, I love munching. I love the food in it. But the problem is with me, when I cook it just takes so long and I eat so quick, and it's just like, bro, that wasn't even worth it. So I'd
For real.
rather just pay someone else to cook. But at the same time, I do
That
actually genuinely rate people that cook well.
that's a theory that I have about fast food, why it's so successful. Because I believe the more effort you put into a meal,
Right,
the worse it is because you've had to put in so much to get so little out, essentially, basically. Especially, let's say, for
right.
example, you're living by yourself, yeah? You're
Yeah.
coming back from work. Now you're thinking, cool, let me make myself a decent munch. Cool, you're doing,
Mm,
let's say, for example, lasagna, for example, whatever. You make your
yeah.
meal. We're talking an hour to hour and a half prep. Cool, done.
Yeah.
Then now you eat it. Then you got to tidy up, and then after that, it's like, okay, cool. So what did I actually gain out of this? I ate, but I put way more into it than I actually got out of it. If you compare it to, let's say, for example, do you know why bread and butter bangs, John? Like, do you know why bread
Because it's
and
just such a
butter?
quick pattern, bro.
It's a quick pattern. Get the bread, get the butter, slap down, you're
Bro,
done. Simple.
there's actually some cold patterns like that. Like,
There's
just those quick meals that are like quick munches. I used to, bro, when I was like when I was getting in like shape and that, bro, there was one I used to do: cucumber, no, sorry, bread, cucumber, tomatoes. Sure, it used to bang, bro.
done, done.
It's done. You
the
don't need anything else, bro.
simplest the simplest like meals are the best because you have to put so little effort into it. So when it comes to like fast food now, you're
Mm,
now even eliminating the whole process of even cooking. It's
mm,
beautiful. It's beautiful. All you're having to do, order, it's there. Someone's done all the hard work for you. Because that's why you see some people that end up working in fast food chains. Not everyone. There's some outliers, but majority of people end up saying they don't even enjoy it like that because
true,
they're making the food and it's then continuously making the food, then you're eating it.
true.
It's just the whole like
It's even a shout.
the excitement of it is just it just disappears. It's like it's not even a thing like that. I'd
Nah,
rather
word, it's
they
so
even bring their
true.
own lunches. They even bring their own lunches. It's like no. I can't be asked. Can't be
And
asked.
that's even so true. Oh my days.
Nah, for real. So that's why I think the concept of fast food, where they just took out the whole putting in the effort process and just get the reward. Why not? Why not?
Man, like Ray Kroc, fam. Was
Who's-
he the one that fully? You watched the founder, innit?
yeah. We spoke about this. Yeah, I
Was he
remember.
the
Yeah.
one that fully started that concept of like
I
actual proper
think he
fast
must
food?
have. Yeah. He did. I think everyone then followed suit. Yeah, no, he would have
Well,
been him
technically it was
because
the McDonald's driver, isn't it? But then he was the one that
yeah,
properly did his thing there. Man,
for
like
real, for
these
real.
these
But,
entrepreneurs and that. But no,
nah,
I
for
hear it
real.
still.
What on oh, we sidetracked a little bit, but going back to the point about teachers, yeah.
No word.
If you were to be a teacher again, what
Yeah.
age range would you teach?
Oh, that's even a good question. I think for me, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say sixth form, but it's long because that's actually an important part of like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is right
Yeah,
before uni and it's long.
yeah,
I was gonna say the reason I'm saying sixth form is because like the chances that they're gonna be messing around bears is really minimal. Like at that
very.
point, yeah, they might, obviously there's gonna be banter in it, and there's gonna be banter, but it's like them
Yeah,
to be messing around is gonna be very low. Like you just don't
yeah.
really. By sixth one, you've got all of that out of your system in it.
Mm,
Now on the flip side, you could go like a year eight, year nine thing, but I feel like that's the peak of the mischievousness, bro. That's the peak of
yeah.
like the
I for me eight till maybe even eight till end of 10. You're dealing
long.
with
Yeah,
violations, continuous violation.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think, John. I would honestly, they hand me my P45, I'd be gone because there's no
Yeah, yeah,
way
yeah, it's long.
I could deal with it. Because I look back at some of the things which we done as students, which we just thought, yeah, like it's just one two banter. That's someone's life, Like someone's gonna
Nah,
go home and carry it
we
with them.
even made. I don't even. We had one math teacher and she manually quit, bro.
Quit.
She quit, bro. She left, bro.
Swear.
It was too much, bro. I don't know if you remember. She was a young Canadian, and I used to mock it, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Oh yes. It's
If you
bad,
remember.
because thing is, Rob, you wouldn't even have been the first person to start doing it, but
No,
because
I think every consistently every single lesson she had, it was Dana. Like she used to.
nah, that's log. That's log. What
It
was
was
the
even.
incident? Was there like a breaking point?
I think so. I think it was just a case whereby like it just wasn't. It's more. You know what? I don't know if this is worth it. Straight.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Just straight back to Canada. You know what I mean? But
Straight back.
do you know she was actually a nice person as well. To be fair,
Nah.
I've run. I can't even tell you her name to be honest. I'd have to ask like Jessie or someone. Uh,
Yeah.
but
Word.
I hope she's doing well though. But the thing is, yeah, I even remember like there was one time she sent me out. Like she said, to be fair, she sent me out a couple of times. But there was one time she sent me out, yeah, and then I was outside, and oh, what was that other maths teacher's name? That Don. That was
Karan.
like he
I
came
knew.
by,
I
and
knew it because he
yeah,
coincidentally just always walked out whenever you were outside.
simple, and
See,
yeah,
I
literally,
could
whatever
never.
you leave, he was like, and
Yeah.
to be honest though, when I remember because I think he was shouting at me, but I just wasn't really. I was just like, bro, just relax, fam. Like I'm not even. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he
Yeah.
tried to. I wasn't really shook, bro. He was trying to do the more. He was trying to do the Morris thing, but it wasn't really. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really banging.
Like, relax. You're not him. You're not him. You're not him.
That
Chill out.
word, I was
Chill
just
out.
like, bro, you know, it's not really a thing like that. But no, man, like teachers though. The sweet
Nah,
thing
for
is though,
real.
because they actually have an important role in society, bro.
Important. They're trying to shape you as people. Like this is the thing. Like kids, kids. Like I said it before. They're at the center of their own universe. They think
Hmm.
I run this. I run this place. Like
Yeah,
all of this is evolving around me. They don't want. There's actually a point where you reach to in life. I don't know where it is where you realize that you're no longer the most important person in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're that age, you think I control this, that, and if all that is controlled, everything's calm. But
right.
it's also not realized. Like this is actually just a typical example. So the other day, my brother, what's it? He wanted a chain. Like John, I actually saw, I saw,
But like a
John.
chain, like a chain
Nah, John,
thing.
I saw how Top Boy turns into real life. Because
Yeah,
here's the
100%.
thing. So here's the thing. I saw him. He wanted a chain, like just, and I was like, oh, we've all been there. We want a bit of jewelry, cool. Is that sort of
Yeah,
age?
100%.
Now, my brother bought him the chain because he came back from uni. He was like, "I'll buy you the chain." Chain
Yeah,
comes now, and Sunday, John. It's a peaceful Sunday. We live in the most like
100%.
quietest, chilled ends. Like we're talking average age around where I live is at least 65. So I don't know
Yeah,
who he thought he was, yeah. But so we went for a walk, and he's wearing like me and my brother just chill, like wearing whatever. He's wearing
100%.
blacked out cargo, bang, black hoodie, bang, chain, out. John, drip too hard, don't stand too close. Like
Nah,
John, it
bro.
was John. At one point, I was looking at him. I was like, who the hell do you think you are? But the thing is it's like my other brother who's older.
Yeah,
He wears like jewelry here, there, and whatever.
yeah,
But I was like, this piece of jewelry means nothing to my older brother, but means a lot more to my younger. Do you get what I'm saying?
true,
Like to my
true,
older brother, it's just a piece of it's just an item. Do you get what I'm saying? But when you're
true.
that young, you you don't like realize that this thing around your neck means does not define you as a person. Do you get what I'm saying? I remember I said to
Yeah,
my other brother, I was like, this is how people get lost and start they get picked up by Duchesne and Sully.
nah,
No,
100%,
for
bro,
real.
100%.
Because
Because you know what it is as well, yeah. That's when people now start saying, you know what, fam, I want my chain. I'm gonna find out how to make bread in it, and then obviously,
so here's the thing now. I said to him, I was like, look, this is how it spirals. I scared him. I was like, this is how it spirals. So now you've got your chain. Cool. You're gonna I said to him, I know how you're thinking already because I've been there. You're thinking
yeah,
one day I'm gonna take it to school and oh yeah, everyone's gonna be like, yeah, cool. I'm wearing my chain. They're like, hey, where's your chain? Where's your chain? You not got a chain yet? And cool. Peer pressure now. I
Hey,
said to
sure.
him,
Do you know how much this chain cost, by the way? How much was it?
hey, at least £5. I'm not even joking. ASOS
Okay.
£5. ASOS £5. So, but the thing is, thing is, I know that how this works. Peer pressure is crazy. Like, there's been
Right,
times where we've all been there. We've done things in school where we thought, why the hell am I doing this? But it's because
right.
everyone else is doing it. You have to jump on. So everyone's got their chains now. Cool. We all busting up with your chains. Cool, fine. Now it's oh yeah, let's go town after school. Cool, calm.
Simple.
Simple. Now it's not you because you're a little year 7, you're 12. But what's gonna happen is you're gonna run into someone who's got an older brother, let's say for example, or someone who knows someone who's a bit older.
Yeah.
Cool. Now it's oh yeah, what you man saying? What you man saying? Cool. He's shook now. He's the kid. He's holding on to his chain.
Five hunting, ASOS.
There, Asa said he's
Yeah,
holding on to it though. And now he said, "Hey, you man, come with us in it." Now
yeah.
he's shook. He's obviously he's gonna roll with them. He's not gonna say
100%.
no. He's not
Yeah,
gonna roll.
100%.
So now it's cool. These guys older have accepted me into their affiliation. Now
Hmm,
we're boys, innit? You're not
hmm.
boys. Now you're he's recruited you
100%.
into what? Do you get what I'm saying? I was like, this is how it starts. And that's what I said to my
100%.
other brother. I was like, you're 20 years old. This chain means nothing to you. You'll put it on, take it off, calm. But
Word.
to this 12-year-old, it means everything to him. So that's why I was like, these kids, it's mad, you know. This is how they need to be careful because this is where teachers come into play. This is what I mean. This is what if I was a teacher, this is the conversation I'd be having kids. I'd be like, hey,
Hmm.
let's not get it twisted. We've all been there. Because I feel like as a teacher, you have a responsibility as a teacher to be like, you know what? I've been in this situation before, and there's been paths which I could have gone down
Hmm.
where it could have just ended left.
Do you know what the
But
problem is, though, Sean? The problem is, unless you're in a position that's desirable for the kids, bro, they're not trying to hear all that, bro. Do you get it? Like
yeah, nah. See,
if certain like, and this is the problem in it, and obviously we already know this in it, but this is why, for example, if you look at now Dave now, yeah,
mm,
we're now looking at Dave, for example. Obviously, he's now
mm,
got the bread, he's got the yats now, he's got the cars now. Do you get it? He's got the clout, and
let's
he's
get it
talking
over.
about the chain, innit? He's
Yeah,
talking about the chains.
yeah,
And then
word.
now Mr. Hoppintoff, bro, yeah.
Yeah,
That
word, word,
that is
word, word.
one done out, done like not making any bread, and he's telling me, oh yeah, you shouldn't work. Like, who am I gonna listen to? Do you get what I'm saying?
For real,
So
for real.
the problem is, yeah, the teachers, and I get it, it's not that simple, but like they have to be someone that the kids actually look up to.
They
Do you
have
get
to
it? They
rate
have to
them.
look
Like
up to, yeah, they
kids,
have to rate them in some way for them what he's gonna say for them to take on board now. Because everyone's already heard this message in the terms of like, oh yeah, like be careful, it leads on to the next thing. But they're not trying to hear all that, bro.
and
Do you get me, Sean?
it's until it's too late. You're like, "Rah, I should have really listened to Hoppentoff. You know, Hoppentoff was
Yeah, simple.
chatting or spitting bars. Hoppentoff was spitting the
Simple,
real
man. Off the
bars.
top.
Yeah,
100.
word.
That's what I'm
But
saying. But that's the big challenge of life, bro. With kids when it
nah,
comes to like yeah, like I guess helping kids grow up in it. I think that's the big challenge, bro.
and to an extent, kind of, you just got to let them make the mistakes because
That's another thing.
it's learning the mistakes, and you hope that it's never the biggest mistake, but is you hope they learn, see something cool. This didn't work out. Let me just try
Right.
something different now because I look back to a situation when I was younger. Oh, my dad used to be an op, John, op. But my dad genuinely, when I was younger, there was a group of boys in my primary school. He was
Mm.
like, "Don't play with these boys." And I was like, "Bruv,
What
they
were they
just
doing that made him say that?
they just had a demeanor about them where it was like they just get in trouble a little bit. But obviously, when you're
Right.
that age, it's not deep. Like he's chatting about, oh, you'll go prison if you with these. What do you mean I'm gonna go prison? We're just messing around with the teacher, innit? Like, do you know what I
I
mean?
just
It's not in my head. It's not that deep. But when I look back at it now, John's mad. That's why I literally said to my brothers, like, fix up, because I was like, these boys. I remember John. I'm not even joking. I'll tell you. Obviously, I can't
after.
disclose names,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
one of these boys is in prison now.
Simple.
Simple. And
Simple. Yeah, yeah.
at the time, I thought you're my dad. I thought to my dad, you're just trying to ruin my day. Like there's
No,
like honestly, I remember John. There was times where John, I was such a funny kid. I remember there was times where, like, for example, when you're in primary school, your parents come and pick you up from the school on the playground. So I remember there was
right.
one time I was like, my dad said, "Don't play with them," innit? And I was like, okay, cool. And then I remember we were walking out of the class, and the boys walking next walking next to me.
Swear.
And obviously now I'm not
And
trying
what
to
your
get
dad
caught by
saw?
my dad. So maybe he's
Alright,
talking to
so
me. I'm airing him, John. I'm airing.
simple.
No, I'm hearing the boy. The boy's talking to me. I'm acting as if I don't know who he is. I looked at him.
No
I was like,
word.
I looked at him. I was like, and I literally, my dad
Simple.
said to me, "What? So were you playing?" Dad, I literally wasn't even. I didn't even tweet to him.
simple.
He,
Simple.
Dad, he just
Don't
really wouldn't leave me
snake this
alone.
straight.
I told him to leave me alone. So, and to be fair, I look at it now. One of them is in prison, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's mad, because had I chose to ignore him, not
Hmm.
saying that would have ended up in that case, but the people that I think he's affiliated with, he's friends with, how he just went down a certain path in life, could have been me, and
Hmm.
it's like, it's tough. So it's getting to that point where you have to make these kids realize that there's other factors at play in life. Do you get what I'm saying? And right
Hmm.
now, what doesn't seem very deep to you in the moment, it can get very long. Just putting it
Blood.
out there.
To
Do
be
you know
fair,
what
it
I
even
mean?
makes sense to your dad would say that because obviously he's a social worker and that, innit? So
Yeah,
he,
nah,
see,
he
he
sees
sees what
it.
the families are on in it.
He
So
sees it. He sees the families are on. He's like, yeah, and it's crazy, because it's just like, I don't know. I feel bad because I feel like I said, some gets to the point you have to let them just live their lives in it. Because,
hmm.
for example, when you get into those situations, there's situations when I was younger where, let's say, for example, I was with friends with these people, and then you get in trouble. And I remember there was times where oh, John, I remember. I think the moment I realized, yeah, I'm not. He's not my boy. Was we got in trouble, and he actually committed the crime. So we got in
Simple.
school. We were in school. He got in trouble. Not an actual
What
crime, but
are
he
we
was
talking
just
about an action? Okay, yeah, go.
nah. I wasn't on
You
all that. I
committing
was
the
straight.
deed, bro.
Nah, word. But he was like messing around, whatever. We got in trouble, got kicked out of the class. Cool. I'm stood there. He stood there, and I'm thinking, okay, cool. I haven't done anything. Teacher comes out now. So what do you think you're doing? And he put it on me. I was like,
Simple.
bruh. I was like, it's
Simple.
like that. What?
Simple.
So we're snitching now. Yeah. Cool.
Simple.
Cool. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. I knew, because the same thing would have been in 10 years' time in the courtroom.
100%, bro. In the interrogation office, bro.
I would have been
Simple.
backing him. I would have thought, that's my boy. That's my boy.
Simple.
Nah, bro, we
Simple.
done nothing. We done nothing. And then he gets called in now. Yeah, nah, honestly, I didn't even
It
want to
was
do it.
him.
But it was all him. He literally made me. Like, he said, if you don't do this, it's gonna get long. So it's long,
Well, to be
man.
fair, that was something my dad always said, then like your friends, innit? Like your
Hey,
friends. He said your friends. Like that's how you say your friends, fam.
your
That's
friends.
it's a big it's a big thing to take care of, innit? Because it's even nuts, innit? Like just because you're there. Do you know people are in prison now just 'cause they were there when the crime happened, or they
Just
just
because
happened
they were
to
there.
like they were just in the whip. They were in the whip with them. It's done, bro. It's
Nah,
done.
because that saying that obviously is like what is it? Your closest five people around you.
Yeah, you're the sum of
What's
the
the saying?
five
Yeah,
people spend
yeah.
most
And
time
a
with.
lot, a
So
lot of people think that people are chatting west when they say that, but it's true. The people you surround yourselves with in your inner circle, they influence you like day to day. Like, this is what I was saying. For example, like even like this for example, like if I was doing this by myself, and I
hmm,
didn't have like you in my close sphere, the word is long, sphere of influence, for
yep.
example, where like yesterday, for example, John, I was tired. John, I came up from the gym. The last thing I wanted to be doing was dealing with these editing and all this sort of
Now word.
stuff. And I was like, but because John, you were messaging me back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Find the energy. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's
Nah,
when
it's
you've
even
had
nuts
those
because I
people
couldn't
within
be
your
asked either, bro.
but see, we literally spoke each other into it. We didn't.
No word.
None of us wanted to be in that situation, but we spoke talked each other into the situation when we both ended up caring more than we did initially. But let's say, for example, now you're with someone who doesn't really give a toss like that, and then it's
Mm,
like, cool. The days now where you can't be us, they can't be us, and if they
mm.
can't be us, then it feeds onto you like, it's not anything. Let's not blah.
Now word.
We've had a long day. We've had a long day. Do you
Now
know what I
word. And
mean?
that's how it slips. That's how standards slip, bro. That's how
You
standards
can't let
slip.
it slip, man. You can't
By
let
the
it
way, I've got a
slip.
bit of time, you know. What are you
You got a
saying?
bit of time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Say no more because there was something I wanted to move on to because I
Alright,
just
go
thought of
on.
it because of
Pattern.
primary school. John, I deeped it in primary school. I was a serial cheater.
Swear.
Yeah,
Bro, Sean, is that what you're
I
on?
I literally just thought of it now. Yeah, there was something about primary school which is mad because John, I was clapped in primary school. Clapped.
So how did you pattern it? What, the confidence in that? Or
I don't. I had this like. My brother even said to me when he was quite a bit younger because he was just like hella unfiltered. He was just said to me, he was like, I don't know how you get girls because you're actually ugly. And to be fair, at the time, I was a chubby guy. Like John, everything was chubby. It wasn't just the body; it was the face, it was everything. But the confidence was there, and
simple, simple.
I managed to get myself in situations. John, I'm not lying when I tell you. In primary school, I don't know how I done it, but primary school, I was the guy.
Swear.
There's never a point where I didn't have like a girlfriend or a wife. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
You're done, fam. Swear. I didn't even know that, you know.
John, I was on it. Secondary school, it all changed because my confidence. It all then changed
Yeah,
because
then he wanted to. Do you know? I was actually somewhat the opposite, you know. Well, I wasn't.
so
I wasn't even like that in secondary school, but in the sense
yeah.
that in
No, I get what you
primary,
mean.
yeah, no, in primary school, fam. Do you know what it is as well though? I'm just were there bare black kids in your primary school? Or not even.
No, see, I was like one of the. Actually, no, there was a few. There was a
There's
few.
a
Not
few.
not
Okay,
not too many, but yeah, there was a small population.
but
It was
what were black kids in fashion at that time or what?
just
You know,
coming
okay,
into the scene, just coming into the
okay,
scene. And you know what it is,
okay.
yeah? Do you know what it is, John? There's certain
Hey,
people, even like at the time it was girls, like I know, like I just know you like the Black Dons. Do you know what I mean? I know,
right.
you can just tell, like even till this day, there's a certain type of girl, when I look at them, I'm like, yeah, I know that's what you're on in it. Like I can
Some,
tell. I can
yeah, no,
tell.
there are some like that still.
There's
There are
some
some
which
dirty.
surprise you, but there's some you can like, and I can read you like a
True,
book.
true.
But yeah. So what's it? Primary school now. I remember this vividly. So I remember I was literally John. This was like year three. Yes, it was year
Swear.
three. Again, center my universe. I don't think I'm year three. I think I'm actually deep in this, John. I thought I was old, but I wasn't. But
And I'm
anyway,
not gonna lie, I'm completely with you because I remember distinctively when I was like in primary school and I thought, bro, I understand how the world works. Do you get it? Like year
yeah,
three, year four, you don't feel like you're young at all. Even year seven, bro. When we were in year seven, I genuinely thought like, what do you mean? Like I actually genuinely understand everything that's going on.
like, I'm
We
a
were
man.
12, we
Like
were
I'm a man,
12, bro. Like we were
bro.
12.
12. Year three. What am I? What am I? Eight.
Like what? Sign of that? Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, cool. Year eight starts now. I had a thing with this girl in year two. So it was a
Swear.
thing. Yeah, yeah. So, but
Da, da,
basically,
da, da.
we went on a bit of a break. So it was one of the situations.
Right.
On a break. Cool. So I'm saying we're going to big school now, right? We need to
Right, right,
go
right.
see what's about, right? So cool. So
Word, word.
starting year three now. There's still a few things in year two which I've got a couple bats in the cave now. Cool.
Simple.
But year three, I remember they said, oh, we have I think it was like maybe like 2-3 days into the term, first term, they were like, oh, we got this new girl starting, and I was like, cool, cool. So it was a thing where I was like, oh, sure, no, Sean's got her, Sean's got her. And I was like,
Swear.
because I get first, yeah. Sorry, man. So cool. She rocks in now, and let's make this clear, guys. At the time, at the time, I was yeah, that's my thing. That's my thing. Cool. But initially, she wasn't having it. She was. I
Swear.
was like, oh, okay, cool. So I remember she's even
So
the
Sean, what
teacher
were some
sat
of
there.
the tactics that you were using in these times, bro?
Hey, I was just confident, Johnny. It was a quick guy. Sit next to me. Sit next to me. I'll hold your hand in it. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? But nah, John. I was smooth with it. I don't know how. But anyway, so she's not having it now. She's kind of playing hard to get. Well, at the time, I
Right.
didn't know it was called hard to get. I just thought, oh, she doesn't like me. Fair enough. Cool. You're dead thing anyway.
Simple, simple, simple. Like you're actually dead. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you actually dead though. So, actually, you're dead. So I was
Yeah.
like, say no more. Then. there was another thing that I was there was one thing that I was chatting to, and John, I even look back at it now,
Mm.
that there was a what's it called, where there's like a safeguarding issue, because she was, the things that she would say, John, were beyond her years, which I, at the time, I didn't realize, but
Yeah,
now I
yeah,
think
yeah.
the way she was moving, the way she was like, the things she was trying to, man, I was like, you need to
That's when you know
relax.
at home,
At home,
everything isn't okay, bro. Everything
there's no
isn't okay.
there's no pin on the skybox. She's watching whatever she
Yeah,
wants to watch, and it's
yeah.
madness, because she was saying things. I was like, whoa, whoa, chill, chill. She's moving nuts, John.
She didn't have the youthful innocence, bro. She'd
No,
lost
no,
it
no, no.
time ago, bro. She'd
No,
lost it
not
time
at
ago.
all, not at all. But at the time, I thought, yeah, she's on, man, innit? So cool. So I remember now. It was one
Wait,
break
Sean, this is
time.
another one, yeah. This isn't the new girl,
No, no,
Sean.
no,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no. So this the new
so
girl. She doesn't rate me,
separate.
so we
Yeah, yeah.
left
Send
it.
them,
We
send
left
them,
it.
send them,
Cool.
send them.
So now, cool. There's this thing that's like she's moving a bit mad, but I was like, cool, send them more. And that kind of progressed throughout the schooling year, and then so I was like, okay, cool. So then there was a different one, and this girl now, of my family and her family were like kind of like family friends.
Right,
Basically, she was a bit of a snake, because what happened was, I've known her since like reception.
right.
Now in reception times, there was this girl, John, was my love. Like, she was my first love, John. I'm not even joking. She was my first love. Like, reception, we were together all of reception, all of year one. And sadly, she moved away to
Bro, that's heartache, bro.
like
Do you know what she's on? Do you know what she's on these days, by the way?
I don't even remember. The thing is, I think I remember her name, but I don't remember her surname. So I actually have no
Simple,
idea. It's
simple,
actually
simple.
deep. But at the
It's
time,
even sad. Yeah,
she was my love, John. She was my first love. I remember she moved away to like Cornwall ends, so it
yeah,
was
yeah,
never
yeah.
happening.
It was
I
done. It was
remember
done.
I remember my parents, like, I even said to my parents how much I was so visibly upset. They even managed to arrange one final play date where she came over, John. I thought I was
Swear,
losing my
bro. And your
wife.
parents were on that. That's even nuts, bro.
I mean, at the time though, they're not even thinking it's a thing, like, because I'm only like like reception year one, so they're thinking, oh, it's just a friend in it, like, sort of thing. But
Right.
that for me was my love. So now she's gone, but her boy, who at the time was obviously seeing all of this, and it was like I was friends with her through her sort of situation. Her friend's gone now, moved Cornwall. It's fair game now. So now she's on man as well. So I didn't really like her. One, because
Right.
she was at least double my height, John. Just double minimum.
Swear.
She was tall. To this day, I think she's probably still tall, but she was tall, John. So cool, but I know she's John. I say jump, she says how high. So I was like, so
Swear.
it was one of those. So
Hey, man, like, Gosha, this is
John,
the options that Donny had. Swear. Okay.
John had options. John, you know how this works, yeah?
Yeah.
Primary school now, you're not boyfriend and girlfriend. You're not chatting. It's straight to marriage. We're getting straight
Simple.
to marriage now. When's the wedding? Cool. So that, and also at the same time as well, at that age is when break time, lunchtime, we're playing football. That is the focus. So
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
ended up getting myself into situations, not because I necessarily wanted it, but I just wanted to play football, innit? So there was times
That
where,
probably even worked in your favor because these times you'll see this one that didn't even care, bro. Like, bro, these
yeah,
girls
like, I don't even
for
care
that,
like that. Like,
for that
and
it
they're
was
like,
even more desirable, bro.
yeah, what? Maybe more desirable. So I remember there was one time, the one that was moving mad. She was like, "Yeah, cool. Let's go get married." So I was like, "No, cool, cool." I was like, hey boys, half time, quick on." Done the quick wedding thing. Yeah,
Hundred.
cool. Yeah, yeah, I love you. Will you be my wife? Cool, cool. On the stage, done. Go back to play football now. A couple of days pass. I've forgotten, John, that I even had a wife. I've forgotten. Like, I've forgotten. I was in the heat of the moment. I forgot I got a wife. So obviously now, the one that's on, man, the one that
Yeah.
was like obsessed with me, says, "Oh, can you get married as well?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's send them all, send them all, send them all." So we got married. Cool, cool. So now, John, I got two wives, and I'm still banging
Simple.
ball. I'm still chasing the contract, innit? I'm chasing the contract, the professional contract.
Simple, simple.
Cool. So I remember now, I don't know what conversation happened with who, but it all, like, it's a small pool basically,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
these lot ended up finding out, oh yeah, Sean's my husband. I was like, no, Sean's my husband, and it then got long. So now I'm playing football one time, I get grabbed by the collar, and I'm like, what the hell? And they're like, so you thought you could marry her, marry me? And they're like, whoa, 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 John, we're
Yeah,
talking,
yeah,
and we're
yeah.
talking. These are the girls and the friends of the girls groups.
Simple.
Now I'm thinking, oh, this is all just long, man. Like, I just can't be asked with all of this. But I'm in it now, so we've got to go with it. And I'm like, cool, cool. I'm trying to make peace with people. I'm literally trying. The worst part was I wasn't even trying to end it with either of them. I was just trying to make both parties happy.
Simple, simple.
I went to one and said, "Yeah, no, I allow it. She's allow it, man. Allow it. She's just desperate in it. Like she just needs someone. I got to be there for her as well." And they're like, "Oh, okay, cool." But then the plot in the whole story, the twist in the plot, John,
The
was
original.
this one, the original. So now her brethren comes
Hmm.
up to me in like a, hey, Sean, I need to chat to you. I was like, okay, what? She was like, oh, you know, thing, like she really liked you from like the first day, and like obviously now she's seen you've got 2 wives, so she's not really fit. John, football didn't matter anymore. The contract was gone. You lot, I don't even
What,
give
Sean?
a
This one
toss.
was the sweet one, yeah.
The sweet one at the
So
time.
no,
Let's
so no.
specify at the time. So cool. Now I'm like, nah, this is all gotta go. This is all gotta go.
Yeah.
I literally remember John, when I tell you I dropped, I didn't even do it myself. I sent my boys, I had 2 messengers, said, all right, you go tell that one, it's over. You go tell that one, it's
It's
done.
done.
They went and told them, John, uproar. Obviously now, meantime, I'm going to tell this original
Some
girl, hey, honestly, I didn't even know what I was thinking. I was just, you know me,
simple.
football. You know the guy that I am. Like, do you know what I mean? You knew what you stand for. Like when you came in and they said to you, "This is what the school's about." They showed you my CV and they're like,
Simple. You
"Prepare
knew.
yourself, innit?" Cool. So now she's like, "Okay, I understand." And cool. I was like, will you be? And this one, I was like, I took it seriously. I said, "Will you just be my girlfriend?" Like, will you? And she was like, "Yeah, cool." I was like, "Yeah,
Simple. Got
I'm
close.
gassed now." Because
Come
already
on, bro.
the seating plan in the class, we're sat next to each other anyway. So it's like me and
Simple.
my girl, like every lesson, I thought this is lit, John. Obviously,
Of course.
everyone else now is vexed. But at the same time, I was with her still. I was still playing football every break time, lunchtime, cool. But then it ended up being a case where obviously me and her were on and off, on and off, on and off. And then there was
Domestics and that.
the one which went on a break with, and at the end of year 2,
Right.
she was on and off. So now, obviously, where I think my brother joined my school when I was year 6. So
Right.
this is just life for me, innit? Like this is the life I live.
Wait, so
Like
he was year three at this time, innit?
he's year 3, I'm year 6.
Right.
Now, cool. My brother now. All these girls now are going up to my little brother. Oh my god, you're Sean's brother. Oh my god, you're so cute. Shut up, man. Like, I
Is that
remember.
man like Sean, fam?
Yeah, no. But the thing is, I remember my brother came up to me, and I remember he said to me, "I don't know how you get these girls, man. You're so ugly."
Nah, 100. And it's a genuine question, bro. Because Donny wanted to know the secrets. It's a genuine question.
But
Shit.
that's the thing. In my small pool at primary school, I thought, oh, the guy. The second I went to secondary school, it all just stops. It
Hmm.
stops. You're
Nah,
humbled
it's true.
quickly,
Nah, it's true.
quickly. Now it's right. You wherever you were, you're going back to level 1 now, and
Simple.
now it's real life, and it's crazy to think that like you like genuinely that all that is truthful. Like I honestly thought, John, I was the guy, and then walking into secondary school, I thought. And it's mad because secondary school is when you start to really care about your self appearance a bit more. Do you get what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like even I noticed like now my brother he cares way more about like how he's dressing, how he's. I remember how these girls were falling for man when I was wearing like jeans and Astros. It makes
All
I
kinds
was
of colors mixing, bro. All kinds of colors.
no coordination.
No coordination, bro.
I'm wearing brown chinos with a red checkered shirt and Astros. Make it make sense, and that's what you're falling for.
Simple, bro.
They were crying
Oh,
for
yeah,
me.
sure. That even reminded me. Remember when Cheetos started to become popular, bro?
Hey,
With the cuff, bro.
cuff
Oh my
chinos
days.
with a
Oh,
pair
we
of
were like we were like
Vans.
year six.
With a pair of Vans.
Right, it's done, bro. It's
Stop
done.
it, man.
Don't even talk to me. I remember I went to what's that place called? Lakeside, bro. I went to
Yeah,
Lakeside, yeah. And I must have got one Chinos short. I wore those Chinos every single time, bro. That was like my
uh,
official statement, that, bro. I'm one of those guys, bro.
yeah. I'm
Do you get
I'm
it?
I'm in the group. Like,
Like I'm in that. Do you get it? Like I have that, bro. Do you get it?
nah.
Oh, fam, those
What's
Chinos.
what's that brand? The shoe brand. It's a T.
A T.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Uh,
If I don't figure it out, it's a T.
or like
Uh,
shoes or like trainers.
trainers.
A T.
Yeah.
Uh,
Basically, it was that time where I wanted to. Shoes with a T, trainers with the T logo. Oh, I need to find. I need to know it because it's not going to make any sense.
Raw. I didn't even know. I even searched. I even searched it, but it's not even clear, fam. There's
Tiago,
nothing.
no, Doge. It's one of the Sports Direct things.
The only thing I'm seeing here
But like
is
Sports Direct,
was
always with the seasonal sales.
nah,
We're
bro.
closing down, lads. We're closing down. 90% sale, everything off, and you go back in 2 weeks, and it's still open.
Was it like a big T or small T?
Big T.
Raw, I swear. Carry on with the point. Let's see if it will make sense
But
now.
yeah, cool. So it was that phase of like, yeah, everyone like, this is again peer pressure. Everyone's wearing chinos. Everyone's wearing like the shirts with the checkers on it. Everyone's wearing Vans. Obviously now we've got school prom. I'm looking for the van. I remember I said to my dad at the time, I was like, "Hey, Dad, can I get a pair of Vans?" And he was like, "Just for you to ruin." And I was like,
Simple.
"Oh, Dad, please, please, please." And he was like, "Nah, nah, nah, nah." And especially it was just for the prom as well. Like I wanted them for. So I was like, "Oh, Dad, please." He was like, "Okay, cool. I'll get you Vans in it. I'll get you Vans." I was like, "Send them all, send them all." I remember I went to school saying, "Hey, boys, I got
Man's
the
gonna get the
Vans.
bands, bro.
The
Simple.
Vans are coming. They're coming. I'm getting the Vans." And then I go home now, and the moment I knew something was wrong was when I saw Sports Direct, and I thought, well, that doesn't make sense.
So
I remember
these men, yeah.
going. My dad was chuffed with himself as well. I got in the car, my dad was gassed. He was like, "Yeah, cool." Get inside now. I see in my bed there's a Sports Direct bag, and I'm like, that doesn't.
It doesn't really,
That
but surely there's a way in it. It doesn't really add up,
may-
but surely.
maybe he just used his own bag or something. I was like, "Send it
Simple.
off." I open the box now. They're not Vans, John. It's not even close. I don't know what brand these were, John, but they were so
Yeah.
blatantly not Vans. Now I've bigged it up. Now prom's literally next day, so I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's peak.
cool. I've got to phone it. Now I remember I'm wearing these. I don't know what brand they
Oh, Sean,
were,
that was
John, but
even
I
a
remember.
big mistake that you did there. Man announcing that you weren't even wearing that. That
I was like,
was a
do you
big
not understand what
mistake,
you're
bro.
doing to me? This is my
Yeah.
reputation on the line.
Nah, that was a big mistake,
Cool.
bro.
So prom now, everyone's rocking up. I'm seeing people rocking up in their vans, their chinos rolled up, cool, calm. Even the chinos that he got me, I was like, It wasn't even like you did the skinny chinos. These weren't the skinny chinos. These were
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the straight leg ones, straight legged. I was like, okay, cool. This is what I'm saying. My brother was right. How was I actually like the confidence
Hmm.
was carried me? But anyway, so I remember I get out of the car now and I see him wearing the Vans, the chinos, and I'm wearing my thing, and I'm just like, oh, this is long. This is so long. Luckily, it was dark, so no one really noticed. But I
Simple.
remember I seen the group of boys. I just jumped in the middle and I was like, yeah, what you saying? What you saying? What you saying?
Yeah,
But
nah,
I
I can't
deep
lie.
it at the time. I think John, there was even a time because what's that girl's name that went to our sixth form? Um,
Which one?
I'm not going to say her name, but I'm going to describe her.
Yep.
Skin fade. Skin fade.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
she went to my primary school. I remember
Right.
there was even a time where she even said it, like it was in the common room. There was a few of us. I'm not sure if you were there, but she was in the common room and she was just there. And you know, the ones there where there's like someone in the common room. You don't really speak to them, but everyone.
Right.
That's what I liked about our year. Like everyone kind of just spoke to everyone. Like if there's people in the
Bro,
common
I
room,
was chatting to A about this the other day, bro. She was telling me that in her whole year there was like 60 people. I said, "What do you mean?" She said in her class in sixth form there was like 10 people. I said, "What do you mean?"
nah. See, that's what I loved about our
That's
sixth
not
form.
even that's not even sixth form, bro.
There were certain groups, like there was always that free period where there was maybe like 20 people in there, and it's all from
Yeah,
different groups of people. We'd
yeah.
all come together and we just
Simple,
we just we just chat absolute waffle. But I loved
simple.
it. It was good. But I remember she was there one time and she was just saying, "Oh yeah, no. Sean was the guy in primary school," and I was like, "Look, tell him, I'm not
Bro,
lying,"
that's even
because
nuts, bro.
she was there, and oh yeah, even her. I remember. I think it was just a side mission. I hadn't because we were about to finish school. I remember I even went on a date with her for some reason. I don't know. I was like, yeah, let's go on a date in year six times. And she was very different at this point as well. It was year six. I went on
Yeah,
a date, and her mum was a chaperone. And I remember we went to watch,
swear.
we went to watch Monsters University in the cinema. My mum was like sat like two seats above, and I
100%.
was like, nah. But that's what I'm saying. I love the innocence of just being a child. Sometimes it wasn't for anything. I was getting nothing out of it. All it was just to say, yeah, I got a wife in it, yeah, and I'll play football.
Nah, even here it's still raw. That's even nuts. So what, Sean? When you have kids, are you gonna be letting them be on that as well with the relationship? Even though I guess yeah, as you can say, it wasn't really that serious. But are you
But
on
that's
that?
the thing. It's difficult because it's how you look at it. Like, let's say, for example, when I was 8, for example, I'm not looking at my 8-year-old and he says, oh, I got a girl. I'm not seeing the emotions that he's seeing. Do you get what I'm saying? But I've
Exactly.
been there now and I know, John, the heartache I felt when she left, John, I thought, this is it now. Man's gonna be a divorcee for the rest of my life. This is it now. Do you get what I'm
100%.
saying? You can't see what they're seeing, but I think like I don't know. I think it's good.
What?
It's
But
good.
Sean, what? Were you patting in the lips and thing and these things?
Nah,
Or
not
nah?
even John. It was a holding
Swear.
hand thing. That's as far as we went. At most, a kiss on the cheek. If I got lucky, it was a kiss on the cheek thing. John, I didn't have
You
bodies.
should.
John, I had no bodies. I had hands. I just
Nobody's,
had
bro.
hands. Hands. That's all
They
I
just
had.
held bare hands, bro.
I
Simple.
bare hands, bare sweaty and that. Quick rub. So
Simple.
it was mad. If you had the interlocking thing, it was that wifey for lifey.
Hey, sure, that is nuts,
Interlocking,
bro.
John, wifey for lifey. But nah, it's mad because I think if I was to have kids, yeah, I think it's different. I'm being honest, if I had a boy, like I think it's good just for confidence as well. I'd
Right.
no because genuinely
You
I
should
think
explore.
like
You should explore.
yeah, no, 'cause I don't want my son to be like shook to chat to girls and that when he's older. Like
Right.
it means nothing now, but I'll tell him like just have a few conversations. It's nice. It's nice getting used to talking to girls and stuff. I mean,
Right.
if I have a girl and she's coming home telling me, oh yeah, no, I was chatting to this boy, yeah,
Different story.
relax, take it easy, take it easy. But I think it's good to like let children get used to situations where they're talking to
The
people
opposite.
of another gender because I think. Let me even be careful saying that. Someone's gonna get my.
No, I hear it. No, but I
But
hear the point you're making overall,
because I think,
bro.
for example, let's say for us, for example, we went to an all boys school, so
Mm.
we've gone from like being around girls in primary school it wasn't even a thought process. Like it's just like another one of the boys basically. Like there's
Right.
boys, there's girls, we're all just whatever. But let's say for example, if you go to an all boys school, you don't actually see girls. Like let's say not. Okay, let's say you're not going to the motives, you're not going to any social gatherings, you're not going to anything. For 7 years, it's just you and the boys. Cool. You've had barely any interaction with any females at all. Now school's finished. Go and find someone. It's what do you mean? I'm not used to this.
Yeah,
You've literally just dropped me in the ocean and just said, yeah, figure it out, swim, just figure it out. And that's why I feel like some people these days are like, oh, I don't know how to chat to girls, or it shouldn't really be like this. If you can't chat to a girl, you can't chat to a human being. That's how I look at
mm.
it.
Hmm.
Like,
But you know
what's
what
the
it is? Though? I'm
what?
not gonna lie. At the same time, it's even nuts. This topic, for like, I know for a lot of dons, like the anxiety that it gives them, bro, to chat to get
Genuine.
like it's yeah, yeah,
Like she's just a
yeah, man.
human being, you know. Like
Yeah,
what's
it's
the
true.
what? What's the absolute worst that can happen? Genuinely, let's think of it.
It's a good point, Mia. I guess like the worst thing would be like everlasting embarrassment, bro.
Yeah.
Eternally. But I guess even
Yeah.
that's not even that deep, bro. Like, to be honest, the worst thing is you get rejected, you feel embarrassed.
But then
That's pretty much it, bro.
it comes down to at the same time at that age, everyone cares about everyone's opinion.
Hundred
So
percent.
as much as everyone says it's not about, it's not, it's, what's the worst that can happen? You don't like. I think maybe because it's us at our age now. There's not like if you like obviously I'm not in that situation, but let's say for example you'd say to me go speak to this female whatever.
Right.
I'm not gonna get. There's not gonna be any like, what's it? Externality for like any outcome of any like consequence of me talking to
Right.
someone and then getting
Right.
rejected.
Right.
Do you
Right.
get
Right.
what I'm saying?
100. It's not even that
But
deep.
when you're like in school now and there's one thing and everyone's like she's that girl and you go and chat to her and then it doesn't bang and then she outs
It's
you
on the
says
front. It's the front of the paper. It's on the front of the paper. Then to be
front
fair,
of the newspapers. It might as well be in
100%.
BBC News because everyone
100%.
knows now. Oh,
Yeah.
you're the guy that got rejected.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're the guy from the party that got pied when you tried to lips her.
This is even when
Swear.
people used to say, "Oh, Sean likes Amy," and then those
No,
whispers
I
used to
don't,
go
no,
back.
I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah,
I don't.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Those are the
it's long.
whispers that used to go around. Fam.
No, because I remember the time when people used to go to the motors, try and lip someone and get pied. It was actually long, you know.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
lesson, and that's like you can't step out a line because that will be the comeback. That will be, relax. You're the guy that got pied by, and then it's just. Do you get what I'm
100.
saying? So
But you know
it's
what's even nuts,
difficult.
yeah? Even getting pied like at that age, it's not even that deep. What's nuts, yeah, is as adults, bro. Like it's worse when people don't go through this, yeah. And then as
Mm,
adults, they're going through it, bro. Like they're getting like, how do people like get actually pied as an adult? How?
because they can't read the room. That's why.
That's what I'm saying. Like how?
If you're getting pied as an adult, you simply do not have the capacity to read a room because there's just cues. Like there's just I don't know.
That's actually like nuts.
This comes down to the question though of do you think that men and women can genuinely just be friends? because there's always this argument of everyone says, like if it came down to it, and like this is always to the girl, for example, they
Mm.
always say, oh, do you think you and men can be friends? And they're like, yeah, of course I can. And then they come back and say, oh, but actually, if you were to message any of one of your male friends and say, all right, let's do a thing, they'd be like, yeah,
Oh yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And a genuine friend wouldn't do that sort of thing. And I think I don't agree with it. One, at all. I do think friendships can come out of the situations like that though, where it's like
He
it might
tried
be an
friend zoned.
initial thought, and then yeah, you get friend zoned, but then it kind of works out for the best anyway. But I just think there's so many people that I'm friends with that are females. I just think it's
No, I
no.
agree. I agree. But you know, at the same time, no, I agree. Like my conclusion on this is that the answer is yes, but the truth is there is a extreme like and the number of friendships that behind the scene, the Don, if he had the opportunity, he
If you,
absolutely would. Like he absolutely would.
100%,
Is extremely nuts, bro. Extremely nuts. Because a lot of
100%,
friendships, yeah, between a guy and a girl happens because the guy just ended up in the friend zone. Like he tried,
he
he didn't know
tried.
how to pattern it, ended up in a friend zone and just stayed there in it and just chilled.
Yeah, yeah.
And it happens a
But
lot of the
then
time, innit?
I think there's like an argument to this, which I thought of the other day. I was just like, cool. So I think people attract, like you attract like-minded people. Do you get what I'm saying? Like people that
Right.
are similar to you in a certain whatever.
Right.
So whatever level of attractiveness you ever deem yourself to be, whatever, I
Mm,
think you attract the same sort of people which you seem to be on your same sort of level. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be friends with someone that, like, not to say that that's what I'm thinking. Like, I need to be a friend to someone that's attractive, but people that are like you, like,
mm,
carry same traits. Because when it comes down to it, when you actually like want to be with someone, it's more than just looks. Do you get what I'm saying? So you find you're friends with people because there's things about them as a person that you find attractive and cool that might be the thing that leads you to want to, let's say, pattern something a bit more serious than friendship.
mm.
So I need to grab this point. You know when you're on a point and you nearly lose it.
Yeah,
I've
you nearly
nearly
lost it.
nearly lost it.
Is
But
it
yeah, I'll get it.
calm
I'll
though?
get it.
Go ahead.
No, okay. So in that case, it's like, of course, you'll get like, and when it comes to, it's different because let's say, obviously, whatever you're into in it, but male or female, if you're trying to find a friend, they're going to have traits in that
Of the
person
person
which,
that you would want to be with.
do you get
I'm
what I'm
with you.
saying?
I'm with you.
Do,
I'm
do
with
you
you.
get what I'm saying?
I hear
Like,
that. And do you know, there's even an argument that says that you will never see. Oh, how do they do this? I think they want you want to say you will never see a. Oh, it was. I'll tell the point. I can't remember which way around they did, but it was. I watched a video on this, and they basically saying that they can't. It was basically trying
mm,
to say that you will never see a peng guy with. It was either you can never see like a guy that's like a 10 with a girl
mm,
that's like a 2 that and they're friends. It just never happens.
it
Or it
just
was the
doesn't
other way
matter.
round. Or it was the other way round. Actually, no, the other way round definitely happens. Where you'll see girls that like a 10 with a guy that's like a 2 and they're friends, innit? But it doesn't
Yeah,
happen the other way around because it's like he just has no need to be friends with her. Do you get it? Like because it's do you get it? Because they have they have other like he has other options in it.
yes, other options. Word.
So I don't know. It's an interesting argument. I do think that you can, but I just think that because here's the thing though. What you mentioned is you're thinking about relationship. It doesn't have to be a
Mm,
relationship. It's just if this guy, if she at 10:30 p.m. one day was like, oh, do you want to come or do you whatever?
trying to come over. Yeah,
He's there, bro. He's there.
he's there. He's there.
He drops everything. He's there, and I think a lot of people in those situations. But I agree because I have people that I'm like, I like genuinely. If she was to ask me, I'd be like, no,
I'm like, what are
no,
you doing?
yeah, what are you
Like
doing?
let's
Relax, fam.
go to bed. Go to
Yeah, yeah,
bed.
yeah, 100%. But I know
But
that a lot of dons, and I think this happens a lot with dons that like just don't have, they haven't, they don't have that confidence in it. Like they haven't really, they've never been really been affirmed with female attention, basically.
word, word. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think if you're let's say like, and that's the thing. Let's say for example, if you're very not insecure, that's not the word, if you're very like within yourself,
Hmm,
don't really socialize with people of the opposite gender or
hmm,
opposite sex or whatever, and then now like when you do, you're not willing to put yourself out there even if there was a case of you actually liking them. So then it gets to a point where, because you're never actually used to that situation of actively trying to pursue someone, and you always end up in the friend zone because of it, when you get the opportunity, of course you're gonna grab it. Why wouldn't I?
Mm,
Because there's no
true.
other situation where I'm not gonna do that. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas if you're
Mm,
in a situation where you actively can go and chat to someone or go and do this or go and do that, whatever, then there's no real need for you to then at every opportunity feel like, oh, I need if she offers herself up or he offers himself up, I need to go and do it because really, if I wanted to, I would have. I've got the capabilities to do it. I would have just done it in the first place. You get what I'm saying?
mm. Hey, Sean, what do you think about the balance between game, like being able to actually properly chat someone up, or whatever you want to call it, that versus just have just the right person in terms of, for example, with your partner, yeah, would you say that you used a lot of game to get her, or it wasn't even a thing like that? Like,
Not really, you know. Like, I mean, um, no. I think because it's difficult. I think I just knew in it from the get go, but it was
right,
also a thing where it was like there's so much game. Game to an extent can be a bad thing, you know. Like having this game thing because game is it requires a lot of effort. Like it requires
100%.
like
People really
it
study that,
requires
bro.
no, it does. Like all this RIZZ game, whatever you want to call it, it requires too many minerals, which I think a lot of people are not willing to actually sustain. Because if you're now, that's why I was like, I need to drop this facade because I'm not going to maintain this every day of the week. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right,
To a degree, game, in my opinion, is being your absolute self and them accepting you for it, and then cool, that's
it's
me now.
patterned.
Because yeah, no, word is pattern. Because I think trying to do this thing of like uh I don't know, games even difficult, because sometimes it just seems so forced. Like even when you watch people, like for example, you see these things on TikTok, and it's entertaining for people to watch because they're not in the situation themselves. But actually, imagine having to like say things which would never come out of your mouth all the
Right,
time to people
right,
to try and lure them into like a sense of like this is what it's like. Oh, I'll be tired
right.
every day, and then
Yeah, yeah,
now
yeah.
you're at that point now where they think you're this sort of guy. You're actually not, and then now their expectation of you is here when it's falling to there. Whereas realistically, you just being yourself puts you here anyway, because that's your level. Do you get what I'm saying? If
Hmm.
they're not on it, then they're not on it. Simple.
No, I hear it. I hear it. It's interesting though because there are some people, yeah, that like they actually just need, like, even not what they're saying in it. It's like it's almost more like self-respect, bro. Like they need to learn that you don't need to be chasing. You don't need to be chasing like that, bro. Do you
No.
get it? So it's more like you could call it game, but even just something like, bro, just like you don't need to be bugging up a line like that. Just relax, bro.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
Relax. Relax.
yeah, just relax, fam. And to be honest, I was even chatting to my brother about this the other day. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think if you're getting to the point where you want something serious, obviously at the same time, what do I know in it? But it's just my
Yeah.
personal experience or personal thoughts. But if you're
Mm.
getting to the point where you actually want something serious, like if you're trying to just messing around, like one night stands and that, which I don't recommend. But if that's what you're
Mm.
trying to do, then I guess you want that chase and whatever it is. Fair enough. But if you're trying
Mm.
to do something serious, especially as a guy, bro, it should be bait that she's into you from pretty much the start, bro.
Yeah. Nah. It should be. It should
You
be.
don't you
It
don't need to
should
be
be.
doing all of that rubbish, bro. Like just like
Nah.
that's not that shouldn't be the challenge. The challenge should just be like, okay, cool. Like how do we want to plan it? How serious is it? Is this actually going to work long? Like that should be the challenge rather than, oh,
Mm.
let me get her to like me. Like that's
Yeah.
all long,
Well,
bro. Like
getting
forget
her
all
to
the.
like you means that you've had to put in the physical effort to get that. And if you can you maintain the effort? I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
long, bro.
I
It's
don't
not gonna
know.
bang. It's not
I
gonna
don't
bang.
know.
Yeah, it's not gonna bang, bro. But it's
Nah.
an interesting
What?
topic though, because there's
What?
some people,
What?
there's better people that they never like there's people that just never ever pattern like a proper relationship or anything like that, and they're not gonna pattern it, bro. It's even sad, sure, it's even sad, bro.
Because the people that say like, especially at our age, maybe a bit younger than our age, they're like, oh, what's all this relationship stuff for? I'll tell you now, yeah, for free. Don't
Hmm.
get me wrong, relationships comes with its issues, its hardships, its stress, it's whatever,
Word,
but
aches of the head, bro. Aches of the head.
aches of the head, it comes with all of it.
Simple,
Migraines, John. I've never experienced
simple.
migraines until being in a relationship, but I'll tell you now, yeah, the days when it's good, I
Yeah,
there's
yeah, I
no
hear you.
there's no there's nothing comparing it. Having that person where you can like go to them for like anything, like whatever worries you have, like
Hmm.
yeah, like it's literally having a best friend, like. But I don't even know how to describe it. It's just the connection is so pure that
Hmm.
like, and that's what I'm saying. If you're in a relationship where you don't have this, then lock it off because having someone that you can just like go to with absolutely anything, whatever fear you have, and just being like, cool, bang, and then being like, cool. How are we going to pattern this? How are we going to sort this out? Let's work this out together. Let's make it a bit
Hmm.
easier. Cool. Do you know what I mean? So I know it comes with its hardships, aches of the head, wherever you wherever it is, wherever you're going through. But nah, man. But then I think you have to be at a point when you're ready for that, innit? Because
100.
it's
100.
it's one of those things where you got to be willing to be with someone that is not going to tell you everything you want to hear. First
Hmm.
of all, I think that's very important. I don't believe in relationships where it's all, oh yeah, like I'm not your yes man. I'll tell you straight if like realistically, not even realistically, but like don't think that you're going to say something and I'm not going to be your devil's advocate, basically,
Simple.
essentially. Well, I'm gonna counteract to make sure that whatever idea you have is
Hmm.
refined to the point where it's a fail-proof plan. Do you get what I'm saying? You got to be
Yeah.
that person for them because saying yeah, calm. I think it's very like even like it's very easy to be in a relationship where because you got your own stuff going on to be like ask you questions or they say this and say that you say yeah, cool. But sometimes I actually tune in when I'm asked a question. I'm like, okay, let me actually think about what you're telling me because there's consequences from whatever you're gonna tell me. And if I
Hmm.
just go, yeah, cool, and then you go down the path, and then I'll be the same person when it doesn't go right to be like, oh, why did you? But you were the person that they came to with this
Right.
issue or whatever, and you could have been the one to help them out. Do you get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
realistically, then even if it does go wrong, you went in it together. You know, cool. This is what happened. We can work our way out of it, sort of thing.
Nah,
You're on the
word.
same page. So
Nah, word. It's true, innit? Obviously, once if you can find someone that's the pattern, then it's a pattern. Obviously, but at the same time, it's even nuts. Yeah. If you think about all of it, like relationships are tough. I think anytime you have two people, there's gonna be problems in it because like whenever you have two people doing anything, there's gonna be a challenge, bro. Like, because people come from their perspective of all of their life they've lived up to that point, and then the other person comes with all of their life they live up to that point, and it's not gonna be the
you,
same, is it? So,
you're never gonna 100% get along. You've lived in two separate houses, two separate lives, two separate
yeah,
families, two separate maybe two separate. You've literally lived like for some people a whole life without
yeah,
someone and a whole life without the other person, and you
yeah,
seem to expect everything just to be calm when you can now come together. It doesn't make
yeah. It
sense.
doesn't make sense. Yeah,
It doesn't. It
it's
doesn't.
true.
It's like
Yeah.
water and oil. It just sometimes it just doesn't mix. Do you guys water and oil
This guy. Yeah,
they
yeah, I
they
hear
can
you.
they can exist in the same pot, but
Yeah.
if you think it's ever gonna be to a point where like you're gonna completely understand and that's the thing a lot of people need to accept that in it that
Hmm.
this person has not gone through the exact same things that I've gone through in life. Therefore, is not
Right.
ever going to exactly understand what I'm saying. But
Right.
you can help them understand, and you can help each other coexist. Hey, these metaphors. See, this is
Simple.
what
Yeah,
school actually helped me with. See, the metaphors. It makes sense now.
yeah. No,
This
man,
is
that's
where
how you learn the metaphors,
they'd be
bro.
proud of me if I was using them like this. But
AO3, fam. AO3,
AO3
six
word,
points. 100%.
nah, word,
Yeah.
100%. Nah, but I think what time is it? I might
Yeah,
even
nah,
need to
evening's
cut.
cut now. Nah, word.
Yeah, nah, say no more. But it's been a good one. I enjoyed this one. This one was good.
Nah, word. I'll shout you in it.
Nah, say no more. I'll catch you in a bit, fam.
In it.
In a bit.